This episode contains adult themes and adult language. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Hello everyone, and welcome to this very special bonus episode of the Bold and Beautiful podcast. When podcasts collide. I'm your host, Amanda, and I have a very special guest with me today. He is one of the creators and one of the hosts of the We Write Sex podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm so glad to have him on the show. Welcome to the show, Rob.
Oh, special. Thank you.
I've told y'all about the podcast before. It's hilarious. And we are going to do a collaboration together. And I'm super excited.
Oh, I'm glad you're excited. I'm excited too. This is good. Thanks for saying it's hilarious. Cringy would be my word.
Well, I think it's hilarious. Good. So how did you four meet? Because in case you haven't listened, it's Rob, Laura, Mimi, and Rick. So how did you four meet?
Through my wife, actually. They all went to school with her. And when I met her, I don't know, 15 years ago, I pulled her friends as my friends, and now they are my friends. And we've been hanging out ever since. Laura, not so much, actually. Laura only popped up in the last sort of 3 or 4 years. And I don't really know where she came from. I don't know where we found her. But
she's an elusive creature. Huh?
Exactly. But we love her to bits now. But, yeah, she just popped out of the sewers somewhere. I really shouldn't say that. Poor Laura.
You just found her somewhere.
Love Laura.
And I love the Laura stories. I cannot wait to meet her.
Yeah. She's had a funny life.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's pity that we don't have a recorder with us, because she comes out with those stories all the time. Bless her. How
did you come up with the idea? Like where did it come from? The whole idea of the podcast?
It's a bit of a rip-off. There's another show called My Dad Wrote a Porno. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
So it's similar, and we listened to that, and we were like, I'd like to try podcasting. I'd like to try writing a little bit of erotica. Who wouldn't want to do that? So we just said we'd trial it one day, and we did, and it was fun, so we kept it up. Ours is slightly different to theirs, because they're obviously the dad writes the porn and they're reading it out. But obviously we take it in turns, which adds a sort of a different spin on it, because there's always the one person reading out their chapter who really doesn't want to read it because it's really bad and it's really cringy. And it seems like whatever you write that you think is sexy in your head, everyone else just laughs at. It's really bad.
Yeah. When I was writing my story for you guys, the sex part was the hardest thing.
Yeah, it is.
Because I was even making myself laugh. When I was like, that sounds crazy and hysterical. Like, I can't, so you have to, really think about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of language I can use on your podcast. Am I okay to use rude words? Or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, because, you need a different word for, penis or vagina. So you're trying to come up with these words that are kind of sexy, but there's no sexy word for a penis, is there really?
No, not really.
Not really.
I searched.
I like to think that you Americans have different words than we do. What would you call a cock in America?
So Willie, do I use that?
Yeah. Willie, yeah, sure.
Okay. Peter.
Peter?
Yeah. Over here, that's if someone says,
okay.
Yeah, Peter.
No. But what I'm getting at is none of these words, when you're saying them, we're laughing. We're not saying, that's a kinky word, that's quite nice, but yeah, it's bad.
You're not like, that's so sexy.
These people who write erotic books for a living, I don't know how they do it, because, I don't know, I guess in the right context, anything's funny, but...
True.
Yeah.
I love how you each don't have a clue.
No.
What is going to happen. So you read your chapter and then you're like, here's your title. But then when you come back the next week, you have no idea where the story's going.
because there's 3 other people, by the time it comes back to you, it's a completely different story to what it was, 4 episodes ago. It's random as hell. But in a good way, because it's so unpredictable. I mean, you know the stories. I mean, they're not stories. They're just a collection of weird, of weird little fantasies, probably. It's funny.
Both seasons are good.
Which one's your fave?
My favorite is the first season.
Okay. Yeah.
Love, love, love. I love the second season too. It's more sci-fi. I think.
It's probably funnier as well. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's a bit like Indiana Jones crossed with what's that guy's name? Jack Reacher.
Yeah, true.
Crossed with, I don't know. I have no idea how to describe my own story. But again, I thought the first chapter that I wrote, the Florence chapter, was quite serious, and then it just went completely off on a nut.
It did.
It's a roller coaster that just got away from us.
If you haven't listened to it, you need to listen to it. For sure. I think the reason that the first one, Hardwood, is my favorite is because I got like really invested in the characters. Like Faye, I want to know Faye. You know what I mean? Like,
lovely Faye.
Yeah, I love
Bless
Faye.
her. I forgot about Faye. I miss Faye.
Yeah, I know, right?
Who do you relate to? Who would you be? Are you Faye?
No. Probably. Because everyone says, oh, you're too nice. My husband always tells me that. You're too nice. Like, people walk on you. Stop. You know? And I'm like, I don't know how to not be nice. Like, I can't not be nice.
You don't see yourself as Natalia, the femme fatale from Russia? No? It's not you?
Maybe when I was younger.
Oh, I want to hear that story.
When I was younger, yeah. Definitely don't relate to Rebecca.
Oh, God. No, she's horrible.
I'm still like, why is she such a bitch?
I know.
You know? Like, she's just a bitch for no reason. Or I'm sure she has reason, but I just don't know the reason.
I know. And I like the fact when we started writing it, there was nothing in the book that suggested she was a bitch at all, but we'd already decided she was a bitch.
Yeah. You're like,
I don't know why.
And I'm like, she is? Yeah, I absolutely love Faye.
Aww.
How can you not?
Aww.
You know?
I like Emily. She was my favorite.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Emily. I think I loved the ending, too, because it had, like, a big twist at the end. And you're like, whoa!
Mimi did so well at wrapping it all up, though. She's great at that. She tied up all the loose ends. She's great.
I already love Mimi. I cannot wait to meet her. Yeah, Mimi seems like she's very into, like, details and, like, remembering things.
Oh, that is Mimi. You know her already. Definitely. I think Rick and Laura are a bit sort of carefree compared to Mimi.
Y'all do not talk at all about your chapters. Y'all do not, like, no one knows anything.
No, nothing at all. 100%, yep. Which is why I was so keen when you said you were going to send a chapter. I didn't want to read it. I want to hear it live with the others. That's the fun.
Yeah. I know. I didn't know if you wanted to pre-read it. Like, just to... I didn't know how much you trust me, I guess.
My lawyers would tell me probably I should read it. But no, I want to be surprised as much as the others are.
I think y'all will like it. I hope. Good.
And I hope your listeners tune in for that episode so that they can hear you in a different light writing porn.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll get some messages about that.
Yeah.
We know you wrote porn. Well, I don't normally, but...
Oh, I'm sure it'll be good. Did you write it, is it a story or is it a script that we read as well?
I wrote it as a script.
Excellent.
Because your last special was in like a script form. So I assumed that's what you wanted me to do.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want you to do. It was brilliant.
Okay, good.
And you said there's no silly voices that we need to put on, which is a shame. You should give Laura and Mimi funny voices to do because they hate it.
Well, Mimi won't do it. You know she won't.
No, she won't.
She'll say like maybe 2 words and then she's like, okay, that's it. I'm not doing it when she does it. Well, I really thought about making you do American accent.
Oh, I can't do American.
I know, and then I thought, that's kind of mean to me.
Hang on,
I'm too nice.
let me copy you.
Nice,
Hang on, that's what he thought. That's kind of mean. Oh, that was awful. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Americans. I've disgraced myself.
I was trying to practice doing an English accent.
Oh yeah, let's hear it. Just give us one sentence. One sentence. Go.
Just give us one sentence.
Oh, that's good. You sound very posh. Very posh.
But I'm not promising anything. I've been told I have a real heavy Southern accent.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Yeah. So all Americans sound very similar anyway. I like the y'all. I like that. It's really nice. It sounds welcoming, doesn't it? Rather than you all, as we would say. You all. Yeah. Very posh.
When I was doing research, you never know if you can believe what's on Google or not, right?
Sure.
So some things were kind of like contradictory.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure if I used the phrases right, some of the phrases. So I'm like, you know what?
Give me an example.
They'll laugh. So like when I asked you about lost the plot.
Yeah.
On one it said like to go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But on another one it was more like derogatory, like an insane person. And I was like, well, I don't want it to be mean. I want it to be like more lighthearted. That's why I asked you, because I was like, that's contradictory a little.
It's probably more the first one. It can also mean a little bit like just someone's angry.
Okay.
But it probably is mean more that they've just gone a little bit cuckoo, you know. They're a little bit loopy.
So whenever you do the podcast, are y'all all together in a room, or do y'all do through Skype? How does that work? Are y'all together?
Always together. We kind of thought about doing it via Skype, but I don't know. We quite like the personal touch where we can, you know, clink our drinks together and see each other's reactions and that sort of thing. Yeah, it's more fun. We usually have a few drinks beforehand and a few drinks after as well. So I think there was one episode where we were pretty drunk actually.
Yeah.
In the first, yeah.
There was.
I was quite hungover the next day. And that was a good one. In fact, that's probably one of my favourite ever episodes doing podcasts. Because I think we went out for dinner as well. And, we just got a bit silly. And that was one of Laura's chapters, which are always silly chapters. Yeah. As you can tell from last series when she did that Funhouse gunge-fueled sex episode.
Yeah.
I think in that first series when we did that one, it was the dogging. Do you have dogging in America?
I'm sure that people do it, but it's not like I had to look it up.
Oh, okay.
If that tells you anything.
It's so, for your listeners, it's basically people meet in their cars in car parks and they meet and they have sex. And for some reason we call it dogging. I guess it's because they pretend to be walking their dogs. But
oh, now I get it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So we would call that like just making out, or most places have like a place, right, where people go to neck.
Oh, I see.
So I guess it's like older people would say, oh, they're probably necking. Younger people, maybe not so much. They would just say we're hooking up, hanging out.
Necking doesn't sound like they're at it, though. It just sounds like they're having a quick snog.
Yeah, true.
Dogging's a bit... It's sort of seedier. Like, people look down like, oh, my God, they went dogging. That's disgusting. You know, you wouldn't get people going, oh, they've gone dogging. You know, it's not something you talk about.
I know that you're doing, like, specials, and you did, like, script. Mm-hmm. Do you plan on doing another season, like another whole season where you each are taking turns?
Yeah, I think so. It won't be till later in the year, but I think we will do that.
Awesome.
And whether we'll do it as a script, as a whole season of script as one story, or the same format, I don't know, because we did quite like the scripty thing, where we each have people to play and silly voices to put on. I think that'd be quite good to do a whole season of it. Yeah, it'd be good to do another season, definitely. I've got ideas.
Oh, good. I'm excited.
Very different, I think. We won't do the same thing twice. So it won't be sci-fi. It'll probably be, I don't know, historical or something like that.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be interesting. How did you come up with your idea for the special you just did? Where did that come from?
I don't know. I guess it's because me and my wife watch Downton Abbey. You ever seen that? Do you have that over there?
Yes.
Is that big over there?
It.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I'm waiting for the movie.
Ah, yes, of course. Yeah, that's out soon. So yeah, I wanted to do a story in that kind of world because I think there's a lot of sex in Downton, but they just don't show it. I think definitely, especially that dowager. Cool.
I would think so. Yeah. I hope that y'all like the story because I am a little bit nervous, but my husband read it and he said, "Wow, I'm impressed." So if he said that, then I feel better about it because he's a tough critic.
Well, I think all erotica should be written for your partner. So if he likes it, then that's good. But yeah, I'm sure we'll love it. I'm 100% sure of that.
I hope so.
It's just lovely that someone else has written for us. It's really exciting. I love it.
Then it will really be a total surprise for you guys. You have no idea what's coming.
When you first suggested it, my first thought was that you were going to do a bold and beautiful storyline involving some of the characters from your show that you love. But obviously, I don't think you've done that.
I didn't even think of that. I did not even think of
Whether
that.
you'd get sued by the writers of that, I don't know.
Right? So, yeah, my husband was like, I don't think you can get sued for using someone's name. Like, I don't think people own names. And I was like, okay. Because I wanted to make sure that the porn name I used was not someone's name. and he was like, I don't think you can own a name. So I think you're good. I said, oh, okay.
No, yeah, you're probably right, yeah. But I'm not sure. I don't know. Would you be able to base, like, if you used the bold and the beautiful, say, could you base it on that and not ruffle a few feathers? I don't know. Maybe only in America could you do that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure in the UK, yeah, you'd get a pretty nasty email saying, please take this off the air.
You think?
I don't know. Who knows? We're not landed for free like you guys are.
There are characters that I would like definitely match the characters to you guys just because there's some characters that are very funny. Okay. That's one of the reasons I like that soap opera. It's only 30 minutes and it has a lot of funny stuff in it.
You'd matched them to us. Which characters? Can we? I'm going to go and watch it now to see who I am.
You seem like you don't take yourself that seriously, right?
Yeah, you've got me.
So I would probably put you as, there's a guy named Bill, and everyone calls him Dollar Bill.
Dollar Bill.
Because he's super rich. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like me.
And he's very funny. Yeah, I think that would be your character, because he's very funny. He can act.
Dollar Bill. Can I be Pound Rob instead?
Yeah. Sure.
Penny Rob.
Penny Rob. But I was surprised that you don't have the Bold and the Beautiful there. Because it's huge. This has nothing to do with anything. I'm aware that you're a totally separate country. But it's huge in Spain, in Italy, and Australia. So I was surprised. I'm like, I wonder why they don't get it there.
I don't know. We do have a lot of other soaps, of English soaps. Maybe the other European countries don't have ones of their own. I don't know.
Maybe. But I found that interesting, though, because when you said that, I was kind of shocked. I was like, really?
I hope I'm not wrong, and it is on like some obscure channel that I've never seen, but I've never seen it. I'm just going to Google it quickly. We get Australian shows over here. Do you get Neighbours and Home and Away? They're Australian soaps, but they're massive in the UK. Really big.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, who knows why these things happen. A question for you. Do you still enjoy the show as much when you're having to write notes and podcast about it? Does it take away some of the enjoyment? Or do you enjoy it more? No, she's nodding. She's nodding.
Yes, it takes some of the fun out of watching it. So, yeah, it's definitely like a labor of love. So the way that you do your podcast is very interesting because when you have 4 people that are writing 4 different stories, and then you put the story together, it ends up with this really amazing collaboration. You know, like at the end, you're like, that was so good. You just have all these different ideas, and everyone wants the story to go their way, like a different way, and then and then it goes completely the other way. Yeah, I just think it was a really, really good idea.
Makes me wonder why more books aren't written like that. Not just erotic stuff, but, you know, any book. It'd be quite cool to get like 6 authors together and just see what they come up with. If they take it in turns to write the chapter, that'd be quite fun.
It would.
Or even TV or films. I'd like to see a TV series made where the next director doesn't know what the previous one had done, sort of thing, and it just goes on and on and on. See how random it gets.
Oh, yeah, that would be good. That would be really good.
It'd probably turn into Lost.
Yeah. That's a good idea, though. It would be an interesting movie. I am excited about doing the collab with y'all. I really am. And I hope that Mimi does not get mad at me.
Oh, Mimi doesn't get mad at anyone, trust me. She's so sweet. She'll love you.
I actually gave Laura the more heavy sex part because I know Mimi hates the sex part.
She does.
So,
of all of us, she's the least sex-minded person, probably. Rick, you should give Rick all the sex. He'd love that.
Yeah, really, huh? Well, I did put some stuff in his lines. I put some things just simply because I wanted to see how many times I could make him say it. Before he just was like, okay. This particular word, I put several times so that he would have to say it. And I'm nice. I can't wait to see how he reacts to that.
Oh, I really want to do this now. Oh, yeah. This is going to be good. This is going to be very good.
It is. Everyone needs to listen to your podcast.
Yes,
okay?
They should. Everybody.
I'm telling you, everyone needs to listen to it because it is hilarious. Everyone can find it on iTunes. I'm sure y'all are on Stitcher and...
Yeah, we're on them all. Yeah. Podbean and the Google Podcast one, or whatever it's called, the Android version.
It's We Write Sex.
That's right. It's a red cover with 4 of us standing there naked. Cartoon people, not in the flesh.
Okay, just to clarify, it is not actually them naked. It is cartoon characters. Just wanted to clarify that.
But yeah, give it a listen. And if I had to describe it, it would be, I want to say erotic fiction, but that makes it sound dirty and serious. It's
I'm trying to think how you could, it's like, it is erotic fiction, but it's funny.
Yeah, it's rarely sexy, often cringy, and always hilarious. That's how we often describe it.
Anything else that we need to let the people know?
No, just please, as Amanda says, give it a listen. I hope you like it. And I will, in turn, get all our listeners from the US to listen to your podcast. I promise. I will make them. I will go to the houses myself, knock on the doors, grab them by the lapels of their collar and say, listen to the Bold and Beautiful podcast by Amanda Russ. It's brilliant. That'd be good.
Now that makes me want to check out English soap operas to see the difference, to see, like, are they similar? Are they completely different?
Oh, you should. You should watch EastEnders because you like the language stuff, don't you, and all the differences. And obviously they speak very Cockney there with Cockney rhyme and slang and weird words and stuff. So you'd probably like all that. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to look that up and check that out.
One of the words I was going to test you on. We were playing a little game earlier where I was asking you to say what English phrases meant. One of them was quarter panda. Do you know what that means?
Quarter panda?
Quarter pounder.
I have no idea.
That's how Londoners say quarter pounder, as in a burger.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay. So their accent's super heavy.
Yeah, super heavy.
Do y'all say ducks in a row?
No, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Y'all don't say ducks in a row? Wow.
No, I don't think so. No.
Well, that's a thing here.
Do you say get your knickers in a twist?
We don't say knickers. But we'll say... your underwear in a twist.
Don't piss your pants.
not as that's more of like, hey, don't piss your pants. What are you doing? Type of, and not in like a joking way.
Not if
in
someone's like in sort of being angry, you'll say, all right, don't piss your pants, mate. No?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
I love all this. It's good.
I know, it's fun.
It's fun, yeah.
It's good to have you on the show. I'm so glad that you decided to do the podcast all of a sudden. Very unexpectedly, huh?
It was, yeah. You should tell your listeners that about 10 minutes ago, I just said, do you fancy doing a podcast? And you said, yes, let's do it. And that's how it started. Easy peasy.
So make sure you listen to We Write Sex. Download it. Tell people about it. Download it again.
Yeah.
Give
Tell
5-star ratings. Yeah.
Yeah, ratings are good. We like them. I'm sure you do too for your podcast.
Yeah. Make sure you give 5 stars. Okay?
Yeah. If you give 4, then we'll come around your house with a baseball bat. But 5
yeah.
is okay.
If you give below 5, there's going to be a problem. Okay?
There'll be another war.
All right. Well, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Okay, guys. Make sure that you download We Write Sex. The episode with my short story will be coming out this Wednesday, August 28th. Hump Day.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Anytime. And thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you. It was good.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.